So today we're going to show you the final stages of caching training. Now Thioⁿba is fully trained here, so I'm not going to actually have the caching tube, and I'm going to use an animal that she couldn't really use for caching training. It's way too big. It's a muskrat. It's bigger than the mink. The reason that's a problem is you can't pull it up into a tube. The mink can't fit in if it's bigger than the mink. But I actually wanted to show you guys how cool my mink is. So I'm doing a little showing off here. The other day I used the same muskrat and drug a trail and had her drag it back, and she drug that thing for quite a distance to get to her box, passing up a lot of other holes, and this sucker weighs more than she does. She was hauling more than her own body weight for a considerable distance just to put it in her box. And I wanted to show you guys how good she's doing, and also show you the last steps of caching training. So it's both educational and me just being, proud of my mink. So I've got her set up here in the box, and there she is. I'm gonna cover up her entrance so she can't see where I'm laying the trail. Then we're gonna lay a trail for her to find. Now, for the sake of time, normally you would go and lay the trail a distance from the box so that she can find it and then find the rat. But I'm just going to make it a little easier today because just for the sake of the video, you guys don't want to watch a 15-minute video. So I'm just going to walk a little ways from the box. I'm just going to kind of pick a spot. I know she'll want to come here because of the little holes and pipes you see here that she likes to go check out and look for mice. So I'm going to go lay a little trail here where she's likely to find it. I'm just laying a trail, dragging this muskrat so there's a scent trail. Now this is going to throw her off because yesterday I hit it that direction. So I'm going to make a right angle here to really kind of try and throw her off. She'll probably head that way, keep thinking it's going the same way. But I'm going to, this is like, the little more advanced trailing. Because that little hard angle, when she thinks it's going one way, is going to throw her off, and she's going to have to come back and find the scent again. And so I'm going to throw it up in this pipe. This is a one-ended pipe. It's buried in the hill. They just happen to find it. Like I said, this is advanced caching. Normally you would dig your own hole so you have complete control, but since I'm confident she's going to do what's right, I'm going to test her like this. So let me get this rat up in the hole. This is kind of a big hole. Usually you want it a little smaller, but this works. So I'm going to put a little scent in the front of the hole so she knows it's in there, and then get the hold of the end of the string and chuck it way up in there. And I'm going to kind of cover the hole back up a little bit, make it a little less obvious, so she can find it with her nose instead of her eyes. There. And then let's go get her started here and see what she does. Alright, so we got the trail all set up. Now let's let her go and see if let her find it. And then the trick is she's got to find her box again. This is a point when a caching beeper would be real useful, but she's pretty good at remembering where the box is, so I'm going to do it without. But it's real helpful to use a caching beeper so they can follow their ears instead of just having to memorize where the box was. You see her sniffing around. She knows what's happening. She knows that somewhere here is a trail, and that trail is going to lead to an animal that I've hid for her. So she's trying to find that trail. See, she's sniffing around. Where's that trail. It's got to be here somewhere. And initially you just lay the trail, when you're first training them, you lay the trail right where they're at. That way it's easy and they pick up the trail. But eventually you do like I did and put the trail somewhere else, so she has to search it out. Because in the nature, rarely do you walk up, put the box down, and boom, there's a trail for a rat or a squirrel and she goes right in. I mean, you do that sometimes when there's a hole you know they've been in. But then there's other times when you want them to find it and you don't know where it's at, so the mink has to use her nose to help you find it. So that's for preparation for that. And she's looking, you see her sniffing everywhere. She's like, where is that? So she knows what's going on. She knows somewhere there's a trail for her to find. Looks like she might bump into her trail halfway through, which is fine. There she goes, she found it, it looks like. She's gonna back trail, but she stopped. Now she's air scenting. Yeah, see, she didn't even trail it. She stuck her nose in the wind and she found it with her nose. She does that a lot. Air scenting. See, she's not even in the trail. She just totally air scented this direction. Or wind scented it. I don't know the technical term. See, she's got her nose in the air instead of on the ground. She's wind scenting. Instead of trail. Oh, there, she picked up the trail. So now she's going to trail it. And boom, she found it. Now here's the real trick. Her pulling that thing out. And here she comes. I'm going to hand this to Maggie. Now I'm going to help her get it out for two reasons. One, she kind of needs help. The other is I want her to learn I'm not there to take anything from her. Oh, she didn't need help at all. What am I talking about? So now she's going to haul that thing all the way back. Look at this. That thing outweighs her. She's going to haul it all the way back to her box. At least that's the plan. Don't get it wet, babe. Want me to help you find the box? So this is the old way of helping them find the box. I go and tap on it. If you notice, she learns to follow me to the box. She knew I was taking her to the box. See, she's like, he knows where the box is. That's a really good thing for them to learn. Look at her haul that thing through that deep grass. Could you imagine doing that yourself? Hauling that big old beast through the grass. Here you go. Push the grass down so you can get it in there. Good girl. Good girl. And there's her reward. Some pre-chopped up muskrat. You notice I got a little fur mixed in there for her fiber. It's kind of furry. This isn't actually ground. I didn't run it through the grinder, so it's a little more chunky. This I just cut up with a pair of game shears. Yeah. She's a good mink, huh? She found that sucker real quick, drug it all the way over here through the long grass, and that's what you want. It just feels so good at the end result. after all the work and all the effort and all the frustration, to see her find that in a hole, pull it out of the hole, drag it across open land for a significant distance, put it in her box. Man, there's nothing better than that. You had a good dinner, or breakfast I should say. Yeah, you're a good girl. You deserve a good breakfast.
Is that all?
You want a little piece of liver? Hey look, I got a little piece of liver. She's like, I already got a big chunk. Here, sweetheart. Yum. There you go. Alrighty, we'll let her eat her breakfast, and we'll show you guys some more another day. Thanks for watching.